Hey there, folks. I'm meteorologist Alex Harrington here with a first warn weather update on our winter storm that's looking very likely as we head out going into the Monday night, going into the Tuesday night time frame. We appreciate you joining us live. Want to give you an opportunity here. We plan to go Facebook Live as well here on our Channel 3000 Facebook page. So if you have the opportunity to tune in to Channel 3000's Facebook page here, which it does look like things are just popping up right now, you are welcome to submit any questions. I'll try to see if I can get some of those questions answered, but let's go through the details here right now. First, we were first to warn of this weather event a week ago Saturday, so that's 8 days out if I do the math here correctly. And now here we are about 2 days before this weather event. We're expecting 4 to 8 inches of snow with some isolated 10-inch amounts possible. This starts later Monday night going on into your Tuesday night, may even last going on into Wednesday. We had winter storm watches issued here this afternoon first for portions of southwestern Wisconsin. That starts Monday evening and that carries on into your Tuesday night. Then the rest of southern Wisconsin for Tuesday going into your Tuesday night. So this is what we're expecting here. We have been putting out totals for the past couple of days to give you an idea, an estimation of what could occur with this weather event in terms of snowfall amounts. We've been pushing them further and further to the north. In fact, if you tuned in earlier this week to our Beyond the Barometer, I was discussing that our weather models were very consistent last weekend in showing this weather system, and then they started trending a bit to the south. It's not uncommon for the first winter storms of the season, especially when you don't have a lot of snow over the Midwest and a lot of cold, to trend their way south. And then as you get closer to the event, they have a tendency to start moving back towards the north. And that is exactly what we are seeing with this winter storm. Plus, it looks like there'll be a little bit more water. More water means more snow. So this is what we're expecting right now in terms of those snowfall totals. Let's say areas along and northwest of US Highway 151, 4 to 8 inches. This would include portions of southwestern Wisconsin, communities like Boscobel, Lone Rock, Spring Green, the Dells, our friends up towards Camp Douglas and Marquette and Green Lake counties. Areas along and south and east of US Highway 151, we could be looking at more of an 8-inch snow event, maybe some isolated amounts to 10 inches if this storm track does not change. So if you have any travel plans across southern Wisconsin, Monday night, going into your Tuesday, going into your Tuesday night, maybe even into your Wednesday morning, it's going to be a difficult go. This weather system will even impact areas further off to the north and towards the west. If you have travel up an I-90 towards Minneapolis, that will also not be an easy go of things. Let's break down the impacts here. Starting Monday night, that's when the snow starts over southwestern Wisconsin, carrying on into your Tuesday morning and into your Tuesday afternoon and evening, slowing down by the time we get into your Wednesday morning. The wind could gust up to 35 miles per hour. This will be a wetter variety of snow, so there probably will be some blowing and drifting of the snow, but with it being that wet variety, maybe perhaps not as much as some of the drier, fluffier snow events that we get. Nonetheless, we're going to have difficult driving conditions from Monday night, Tuesday morning, Tuesday night, carrying on into your Wednesday morning. We'll discuss here amongst the first warm weather team if we'll continue our alert day conditions into that Wednesday morning time frame. But that's just a first heads up on that we may be doing that because conditions may still be not that great on your Wednesday morning. The silver lining is here, at least with this weather system, it's not going to be bitterly cold. So that's at least a plus to try to find some optimism here. Let's track this storm. This is Monday, 8 o'clock at night. Look at the snow over portions of southwestern Wisconsin, Viroqua, Lone Rock, Boscobel, Mineral Point, Platteville, Prairie du Chien, just south and west of Madison, with that strong east wind out ahead of this weather system. Again, you could see some of that blowing of that snow starting on your Monday night, spreads over across the entire rest of the area as we carry on into your Tuesday morning. 6 o'clock, snow from west to east. This will impact that morning commute if you're going to work or going to school. So now's the time to think about first preparations for your Tuesday morning. The weather system carries on here into your Tuesday afternoon and evening. Could see some bouts of heavy snow as well. I see that over southwestern Wisconsin around 6 o'clock. That would sweep across the rest of southern Wisconsin as we go into your Tuesday evening And then the weather system, again, exits by the time we get into your Wednesday morning. But with strong northwest winds and snow plows, snow clearage still going on your Wednesday morning, it could still be a tough go out there with that wet, heavy variety. It's also something to think about, too, if you're going to be clearing things. That's not an easy snow to shovel here. So with that in mind, let's just kind of recap here a little bit of what's going on. Weather models, I mentioned this the other day, they have a tendency to get a better track, a better focus on that track once the weather system starts to get out of the Rocky Mountains. And that's what we're seeing right now. It gets out into the open plains where everything's flat and weather models can discern. They do a better job at calculating things from the ground up through the atmosphere, so we get a better, more clear track. And it seems that a further north track is more clear at this point, and 4 to 8 inches of snow is possible with this weather system. Perhaps, again, along and south of US Highway 151, possibly upwards of 10 inches of snow. Again, in terms of preparation, you need to get your car ready. You got a shovel, you got an ice scraper, maybe some kitty litter in case things aren't so easy. You get kind of in a slippery spot and need a little traction to get out. That can always be helpful. Have some extra blankets, some non-perishable foods. This is a good one there, an extra phone charger. I have my phone right over here and I have a portable battery, so maybe have that portable battery charging now ahead of time. And of course, if you have to do any travel, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, let someone know when you're leaving so that they have an idea that you're on your way, and then they can keep a lookout for you as well. In preparation as well for home conditions here, you got your snowblower, you got some gas. Somebody on my social media mentioned I had to go out and get gas, so you got to have that as well. Shovels, ice melt, again, extra food, medicine. Tomorrow would be the day to prepare for that, to get the extra medicine case. Tuesday and Wednesday is not an easy go to get out for that or for food. Again, power outages, not anticipating that at this point in time. That's something that we may have to keep an eye on with this wet, heavy variety and gusty winds that snow can get on trees, and sometimes it can make some limbs go down. We'll keep an eye out for that. And then, do you have an emergency heat source if there were to be a power outage as well? So, and again, folks, periodically check on your friends and your neighbors, pets as well, to make sure they've got some extra food. Make sure that you're ready to be able to take your dog in and out at those right times, because it's impactful on them as well. So I'm seeing here if we have any comments. Just going to do a refresh here on Facebook. We may not have a ton of folks here dialing in because we got the Packers game going on right now. But let's see if we have anything else here in terms of questions. Just one moment. Just folks saying, dust off the snowblower, school cancellations, and we'll see if we have any other questions coming in here. I'll do a quick other recap here of what we're up against here, folks. Again, the reason why we're dialing in here, offering this live opportunity, well, is to continue to first warn you on our winter storm potential that carries on here from late Monday night going into Tuesday, upping the snowfall totals of 4 to 8 inches, perhaps some isolated 10-inch amounts, as we have confidence in our weather models that the storm is lifting a little bit further to the north, a little bit more water, and what that means is the potential for more snow. Got those winter storm watches in effect here from Monday evening for southwestern Wisconsin, south central Wisconsin, portions of central and east central Wisconsin, going through your later Tuesday night. And this is what we're expecting in terms of snowfall totals at this point in time. Eyeing up US Highway 151 and points off towards the north and towards the west, 4 to 8 inches, lesser amounts as you head up towards I-90 towards Minneapolis. And then here from 151 and points off towards the south and towards the east, could be looking at that 5, 6, 7, 8 inch amounts with some isolated 10-inch amounts, which impacts the Madison and the Milwaukee metropolitan areas. Double check here to see if we have any other questions here on our live Facebook feed. You're welcome to submit them if you have any questions at all about the track, about impacts, about the snow. Just folks commenting that they're getting ready for the snow. They appreciate that we're taking some time here. Do we anticipate another shift for the storm. Distinct possibility. It is always possible. That track is very, very important. But now that the weather system is starting to get closer to getting out into the central plains where it's flat, weather models have a tendency to do much, much, much better at narrowing in on the track. And that's why our friends in town that also do broadcast, our National Weather Service, we're all getting ahead of this here to warn you folks that it's looking more and more clear that this track is settling in that would bring heavy snow to southern Wisconsin. One thing, though, that I will note here with this great question about the storm track, could it shift? Sometimes we do see, as we get a little bit closer to the event, there's a little bit less water involved, which would translate to a little bit less in the snow amounts. It's just something to keep in mind of as we go out into your Monday, 24 hours from now. Another question, is this going to be Tuesday and Wednesday? When is it done? That is a great question. We will answer that with this graphic right here. Starting Monday night to the question Tuesday, it will be Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night. Should be wrapping up by the time we get into the wee hours of your Wednesday morning. The snow should be ending probably before that 6 o'clock time frame. But what will not end are those gusty winds carrying on into your Wednesday morning. So blowing and drifting of the snow, even though it will be of the wetter variety, may carry on into your Wednesday morning. Doing another check here of questions. Somebody says, how much in Verona? Verona, you are right on that line, just south and west here of Madison, where we're thinking that transition between 4 to 8 and around 8 inches plus at this point in time, provided the track doesn't shift, provided the amount of water available in the storm does not change. So hopefully that answers that question there. We're getting more questions in here. We'll stay live for a few more moments and see if there's anything. Question here, is there a chance for freezing rain? No, not here in southern Wisconsin. This will be a snow event for the Madison area, for pretty much the entire area. However, behind me here, if you do have any travel over towards Milwaukee, Kenosha, there could be a little bit of rain mixed in, and the reason why, we get winds off of the lake, off of Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan's still pretty warm because it hasn't been a cold year yet, and that can augment temperatures closer to the ground to offer a little bit of rain. So even though we have the 8-inch amounts closer to Milwaukee, kind of lighten the colors here along the Lake Michigan shoreline, because a little bit of rain, a little bit of that mix can cut down on totals over towards Milwaukee. Here in southern Wisconsin, southwestern Wisconsin, up towards the north, this would be all in the form of snow. Appreciate the questions here. When is it supposed to be snowing? Great question. We're going to go to this next graphic here. Monday night, 8 o'clock. So if you're tuning in, viewer, here over southwestern Wisconsin, Viroqua, Boscobel, Lone Rock, Mineral Point, Platteville, our friends just south of the Wisconsin River Valley, snow starts to move in right around 8 o'clock. And then as we march forward here, folks, we see the snow overspread the rest of southern Wisconsin. It likely will be its heaviest during the Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening time frame. Can kind of show you that here. Some of the darker blues painted over portions of southwestern Wisconsin, and then that would move off towards the north and towards the east as we go further into your Tuesday evening. And then here to that earlier question, when does it end? By the time we get to 8 o'clock on your Wednesday morning, our current weather models are showing that that system will be off to the east, but then we'll still be dealing with clearing of snow. There still could be snow-packed roads and a little bit of that blowing and drifting. And somebody asking, wet, heavy snow. Yes, this will be a wet, heavy snow, not one of those dry, fluffy varieties. And when we're looking at snowfall totals, there's a couple of different calculations that we use to help us figure out, is this going to be with, let's say, 1 inch of water? Is this going to be 6 inches of snow? Is this going to be 10 inches of snow? This is more of that 10-to-1 snow ratio because of the amount of water that's available, and temperatures are going to be actually fairly mild in the lower to middle 30s with this weather system. So it'll be more of that wet, heavy variety. Somebody says, yes, not cold temps. Yes, I am not going to, I'll go with you on that one. At least it won't be very, very cold. McFarland area totals, again, we're looking at that transition point here over Dane County of somewhere between that 4 to 8 inch with some of those heavier amounts towards the south and towards the east. I'll show that here for you, folks, so that I'm not just talking about it, I'm actually showing you that. So McFarland area just south and east of Madison, you're in that transition zone where you could be seeing some of those heavier amounts. So what we'll do here is we'll stay online for a couple more moments. We appreciate the questions. That's what this is all about. Conversation between me and you here to give you the first information on our winter storm. Again, we were seeing consistency in the weather models a week ago. Last Saturday, Jacob and I were talking about it, and we've been talking about the whole week here in the First Warren Weather Team. What about driving on Tuesday afternoon? Here's a good graphic to help explain that. Tuesday afternoon, difficult driving conditions. This will be because of the combination of the snow, the blowing snow. It will have been snowing for a period of time, so driving conditions will get steadily more difficult as we go into your Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening. I even carried that out into your Wednesday morning commute as well, because we could still have some of those snow and ice-covered roads. There may be the possibility that we extend our alert day conditions into Wednesday morning as this weather system wraps up. I appreciate the thank you as well here. That's what I'm here for here, folks, is to let you know the latest on this winter storm, give you my expertise. It's important from me to do this here for you folks, because I want you to be prepared. And if anything changes with the weather system, whether it goes north or south, at least we're taking this time together to talk about it. So it was good to be prepared. Let's see if we have any other questions here. And then I'll do a little recap. And not seeing any new questions right now. Actually, we do have. Will there be whiteout conditions? Yes, there is the potential for that. As we go into your Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon time frame, when you have the combination of falling snow and it could be heavy. It's going to be the heavy variety. And you have wind gusts of 30 to 35 miles per hour. That's a real intense combination of snow and wind. So yes, there could be reductions in visibility, and there could be some localized whiteout conditions, especially in those susceptible areas out in the open, the flat areas, roads where, and also some of our areas in southwestern Wisconsin where you have the bluffs. Sometimes you get that snow that comes down off the bluffs and causes reductions in visibility on some of those roads over southwestern Wisconsin. How long are we going to have the wind? Great question. Wind will start ramping up a bit on your Monday night. We could be looking at wind gusts perhaps up to 25 miles per hour on your Monday night, but it's the 30 to 35 mile per hour winds as we go Tuesday morning. Tuesday afternoon into your Wednesday morning, could still see wind gusts of 30 miles per hour on your Wednesday morning as well. Somebody else asking till Wednesday or Thursday, and I appreciate all the questions coming in. This is what this is all about. You're asking a question. Somebody else probably has the same question too. Will this last Wednesday going into Thursday? Well, first to warn on that as well here, just 1 second. I think we have here we go. Our 7 to 10 day forecast. We're the only folks in town that do the 10-day forecast. There is another weather system Wednesday night going into your Thursday. This one's not looking as strong as Tuesday's system. Just a quick little, almost like a clipper-like system coming in behind our bigger Tuesday system. This Wednesday night going into Thursday time frame could be bringing us another inch or two of snow, as it looks like right now. So great question. Till Wednesday or Thursday, this weather system ends Tuesday night going into Wednesday, but then another little weather system here Wednesday going into Thursday. And while we're on the conversation, there's another weather system that we're eyeing up. Weather models are showing sometimes it getting into Wisconsin, sometimes it not getting into southern Wisconsin. They're not as consistent with this Friday night and Saturday weather system as they have been with the alert day condition, the alert day system that we're talking about here, which is for Tuesday. Let's see if we have any more questions here, folks, and then I'll do a brief recap, and then we'll let you folks get back to the Packer game. If you're taking a second here to tune in here about the weather versus the Packer game, I want to get you back to that. How many days till spring? Not close enough, or not quick enough, right? All right, folks, so let's just do a quick recap here, and then we'll let you folks go. We'll do more of these as warranted as well. Here's our recap. Alert day conditions, which we've been talking about for days. We've upped the snow totals. It looks like a further north track. 4 to 8 inches of snow with some isolated 10-inch amounts possible as we go late Monday night, starting in southwestern Wisconsin, lasting through Tuesday night for us all. And we have winter storm watches across the entire area. Effective for your late Monday evening in southwest Wisconsin, the rest of southern Wisconsin Tuesday going into your Tuesday evening. 4 to 8 inches of snow north and west of Highway 151, 8 inches of snow to the south of that, maybe some isolated 10-inch amounts. And one other thing I want to just put a plug out in there for, We like to be able to show the weather, folks, when it's safe, always when it's safe. Easiest way to do that, go to channel3000.com, go to the weather page, scroll on down, and just click the post your own button. It just uploads from your device, your computer, your laptop, your phone, and this is an easy way for you to submit those photos. We receive them on our end, and then we're gonna be able to show those photos. We've been doing this now for a couple weeks, and over just these few weeks, we've had over 500 submissions, so we appreciate that. And if you do have the First Warn Weather app on your phone, that's a really easy way too to get the forecast, the latest, and then also you can click the More button and submit photos that way. So I want to appreciate everybody dialing in here as we talk about our winter storm that is looking very likely for your Tuesday. Definitely going to want to tune in tonight on our live show at 10 for any updates to our weather system. Of course, channel3000.com, our Channel 3000 Facebook page. Of course, you can add me to meteorologist Alex Harrington. I'm on Facebook as well. We want to keep everybody ahead of this weather system. And at this point in time, we'll let you folks go. We may do more live events like this as well. We'll see you on TV at 10.
Need emergency weather alerts before conditions turn bad? Download the First Warn Weather app right now. Turn on notifications and I'll alert you when severe weather threatens. The First Warn Weather app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.